Hello, this is an introduction to 7th grade learning management systems with Mr. Zoller. Analyzing Edmodo, Blackboard, and Google Classroom. We will briefly cover background on each LMS, the features we will use, and examples of how we can use them in class. Now, what is Edmodo? Edmodo is basically a social networking site that we can use in the classroom. It allows me as the teacher to reach out to you as the students and connect to one another and share things like ideas, problems, and helpful tips. I can assign and grade work if I choose, and you can also get help from the entire class. I can't emphasize enough that it's a safe environment. It's constantly monitored, so there's absolutely no bullying or inappropriate content. Now, as you can see from this screenshot, it looks a lot like Facebook. And one of the great features about Edmodo is the communication features that we're going to outline in a moment. Now, what features will we use? For the most part, we will use it for classroom posts, notes, alerts, polls, assignments, and quizzes. Now, how will we use Edmodo? And besides assessments and classwork, some things we might do include field trips, where you can work through the Edmodo app, say on a field experience or through other field trips, where I can post questions and you can respond. We may have a current events group, where you can post articles and blogs that are relevant to what we're learning in the classroom, and we can review that throughout the week. And occasionally, like something like the inauguration, I'll set up a live blog where you can discuss events happening on television with your classmates. Now, another LMS we will use is Blackboard. It's a course management system that's used throughout our district and is very popular in middle schools. Its main purposes are to add online elements to courses traditionally delivered face-to-face. Now, as you can see from this screenshot, the layout is a lot more simpler than that of Edmodo, which definitely makes it appealing to you because it's much less navigational work. Now, what features of Blackboard will we use? For the most part, we'll focus on communication, displaying course content, the calendar feature, as well as learning modules. Now, with communication, I may share course announcements for both you and your parents to read. For content, I might post things like assignments, videos, and articles to help you if you're absent from class one day. The calendar feature will allow you to see due dates for assessments as well as assignments, and it will be posted in advance in order to allow you to prepare. And lastly, with learning modules, we will be completing a number of online activities and web quests that will all be housed in Blackboard. Lastly, we'll be using Google Classroom. Google Classroom is basically a virtual classroom. It easily allows you to connect to your Google Drive to discuss course concepts and submit classwork, as well as the collaboration features that allow you to virtually communicate with both myself and your fellow students. Now, as you can see from the screenshot, like Blackboard, it has a simple layout that's extremely easy to use. Now, what features will we use? Like the other ones, we'll focus on communication, collaboration with one another, creating and submitting assignments, and peer review and editing. With communication, you'll have many student-to-student and teacher-to-student communication opportunities. I may post due dates as well as discussion posts. Now, one of the cool things about Google Classroom is the ability to share any document in your Google Docs or Google Drive account with myself or other students. And you can have as many people as you like working on one single document. You can also easily submit assignments through Google Classroom or use Google Drive to create an assignment. Also, using the share feature will allow you to use your peers as an editing tool to critique and analyze your assignments. So in conclusion, each LMS can be very useful in 7th grade social studies. You will learn how to virtually collaborate and develop virtual communication skills with your classmates. And lastly, and most importantly, virtual learning makes things fun.